both sides serve the same master, and that master is not someone of any good to the people of this country.
Politicians, look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in
Able to appreciate each other and appreciate each other's struggles, and hopefully, hopefully just find the energy that was in this song and manifest it in.
What the world's got to do with people like me, and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true.
Oliver Anthony may be known for the viral hit Rich Men North of Richmond, but did you know that he just turned down $8 million? Amidst the headlines and the frenzy surrounding his song, he stayed pretty quiet, but now he's broken his silence with a powerful message that sheds light on his journey and his identity. He recently took to social media to share his previous life from before his song went viral, after the unexpected success of his song. And the story he shared of how he ended up here is truly unlike anything you've ever heard before. In a heartfelt Facebook post, Oliver expressed his surprise and gratitude for the overwhelming response his song received. He acknowledged feeling both amazed and bewildered by the rapid spread of his song on the internet. His sudden rise to fame came out of nowhere, and he wasn't prepared. He was just an ordinary singer before this, so in no way was he expecting to blow so many people's minds.
Cool? You're cool. Oh, thanks. You're cool too.
He confessed that he never aspired to be a full-time musician, let alone top the iTunes charts. The journey from filming on his land with hopes of hitting 300,000 views to the current frenzy seemed surreal to him. He also disclosed all the reasons that led him to create the song and how he's navigating the newfound attention. After showing his gratitude, he started off with a formal introduction. His real name is Christopher Oliver Lunsford. The name Oliver Anthony was his way of remembering his grandfather, Oliver, and the time when he lived in the Appalachian region during the 1930s. Oliver then delved a little deeper into his background to share his inspiration and motivation behind writing this song. According to him, life back then was tough, with dirt floors and a bunch of kids. His upbringing in 1930s Appalachia, marked by hardships and simple living, has left a profound impact on him. Oliver then dived into his struggles as an adult. Turning back to 2010, he shared about leaving high school when he was just 17. He got a GED from a place called Spruce Pine in North Carolina. He worked in a bunch of different jobs in factories in another part of North Carolina, and his last job was a paper mill in a place called McDowell County. He did night shifts and worked 6 days a week for $14.50 an hour, all while things were really hard. He was already struggling, but fate wasn't done being mean to him. In 2013, things took a bad turn when he had a really bad fall at work and hurt his head. This made him move back home to Virginia, where he couldn't work for about 6 months because of the injury. From 2014 until recently, he was working in a sales job in the industrial manufacturing world. His job took him all over Virginia and the Carolinas. Frequent tours allowed him exposure to all kinds of people. He met lots of other blue-collar workers on job sites and in factories.
Back then, working third shift, 12 hours, 6 days a week, and now I spend a lot of time on job sites, and I meet people from all across the country.
Meeting these people allowed him a deeper insight on the struggles of commoners. He realized that he wasn't the odd one out. The issues that he had been facing were very common problems, and every other person was dealing with them in one way or another. Every single day for the past 10 years, he heard the same story from these folks. People were tired of feeling like nobody cared about, being pulled apart and tricked.
Able to appreciate each other and appreciate each other's struggles, and hopefully, hopefully just find the energy that was in this song and manifest it in people's own.
And so he decided to refer to all these issues in his song, but his Facebook post had a lot more information. Oliver also responded to skeptics who questioned his property ownership. He revealed details about his life in a 27-foot camper, which he bought for $750. Oliver admitted that amidst the surge of attention, he received over 50,000 messages from people who related to the hardships in the song.
Getting messages from people saying like how much the music was helping them and with their struggles in their lives.
These messages held real stories, not sugar-coated ones. Stories about people feeling so low that they thought about ending their lives, getting stuck in addiction, losing jobs, battling with being anxious and depressed, and struggling with feeling hopeless.
It resonates the suffering in the world right now. Like even in our own country, we've had years of people feeling depressed and hopeless. And
Oliver believes that the reason his music touched so many people is because it was born out of his personal struggles with mental health and depression. He emphasized the raw nature of his songs, which resonate with listeners on a deep level.
I'm going to write, create, and produce as much original, authentic music as I can.
Because they're sung from a place of genuine emotion and experience. The effect that song had on the masses is clear from its record-breaking popularity. Reports had circulated about record deals lining up for Oliver, even from unexpected corners of the music industry. The song's popularity even brought many multi-million-dollar deals his way. Rapper Gucci Mane had showed interest, but Oliver made it clear that he was taking things slow. He made it clear that he's not interested in pursuing fame and fortune.
You turned $8 million down, you did a great statement, you said You don't want jets. You don't want tour buses. What do you want?
Just people to start appreciating each other for human beings.
He announced a free show, explaining that while many in the industry were urging him to sign contracts, he wanted to proceed cautiously, which proves that Oliver is uninterested in the lavish lifestyle often associated with stardom. Instead, he wrote music as a way to cope with his mental health struggles and acknowledge other people's issues as well. Oliver also opened up about his battle with mental health and alcohol use over the past 5 years.
Wasted a lot of nights. Getting high and getting drunk.
His songs have resonated with millions due to their authenticity. They're sung by someone who felt every word in the moment. No manipulation, no fancy agents. Just him and his guitar bringing back the style of music that he believes should have never been forgotten. He shared his perspective on the music industry, stating that he's not seeking elaborate tours, fame, or spotlight. He's not rushing into record deals, which is why he was quick to turn down an impressive $8 million offer from the music industry. At the same time, he wants to make it clear that he isn't anything special. He isn't some super skilled musician, and he knows he wasn't a perfect person either. In fact, the last 5 years were tough because he was battling with his feelings and using alcohol to cope. But the way the world was going made him really sad. People were fighting with each other all the time, and many nights he felt like there wasn't much hope left for what he thought was the greatest country ever. But here's the thing, he really didn't like how the internet was splitting people apart. The internet was like a parasite that took over people's minds. It made them waste hours, forget their goals, and it kept them from spending time with loved ones. Technology made by other people in faraway places took over their lives. So we wondered, what was the moment to say no more? When would people stand up for what was right? Oliver ended his post by reflecting on the importance of freedom of speech.
And maybe that is the problem.
And the need to cherish the liberties that have been fought for and protected by those who came before us. A lot of people had given their lives to keep freedom safe. The freedom to speak your mind was so important, he said that never before in history had people been so free. Oliver's message was clear. Don't let anyone take that freedom away from you. Just like people in the past who lost their way, he felt like today's world had lost its way as well. False idols were distracting everyone and causing fights. It was a real shame. In conclusion, Oliver reflected on how society has lost its way, distracted by false idols and divided by distraction. His message is clear. He's a man who speaks his truth, unafraid to share his vulnerabilities and beliefs through his music. As he basks in the limelight, Oliver remains an artist true to himself, touching hearts with his raw and honest lyrics. And it turns out he's a man of his word, because his claims of not wanting monetary benefit were not fake. This was proved when Oliver held a free concert in North Carolina that drew in thousands of people. Oliver's first ever live performance took place at the Morris Farm Market and drew thousands of supporters. He performed in front of a crowd of 4,000. He shared the stage with country artist Jamie Johnson, and the event left a big impact on both Oliver and his audience. This concert came on the heels of the song's remarkable success resonating with people worldwide. In an exclusive interview with Fox News reporter Griff Jenkins,
One identity or one group of people, it's a song for human beings in general.
Oliver expressed his belief that the song isn't limited to just blue-collar workers. It speaks to everyone facing challenges like depression, anxiety, and hopelessness, regardless of their background. Oliver emphasized that the song's impact has reached far beyond American borders. He mentioned receiving messages from people in countries he can't even pronounce, illustrating the global reach of the song's message. He stated that the song isn't meant to be confined to a single group. Instead, it's a reflection of the broader human experience. Interestingly, Oliver shared that he hadn't completed the second half of the song until right before recording the acoustic version on his farm in Virginia. He confessed that he initially wrote the song for himself and was surprised that anyone would even want to watch it. Despite his humble expectations, the song gained immense popularity. Rich Men North of Richmond topped the charts on iTunes and Spotify on the same day as his performance. The song's popularity skyrocketed after it was shared on YouTube by Radio WV, accumulating a staggering 30 million views within a short period. The song addresses the frustrations of blue-collar workers with corrupt politicians and touches on societal issues like substance use, suicide, and economic challenges. Oliver noted that the song's success isn't an isolated incident, but rather an evolution of his past works. They have resonated with common struggles faced by everyday people. He pointed out that the song's resonance comes from its ability to shed light on the suffering in the world, offering a positive message in a time filled with negativity. Concert attendees shared their thoughts about the impact of Oliver's song. People noted that the song's authenticity and honesty struck a chord with them, and they praised Oliver for daring to speak the truth that so many are afraid to acknowledge. As the concert goers attested, Oliver's music has touched the hearts of many. His song has become a source of inspiration for those who work hard to provide for their families and navigate the difficulties of life. Even though he uploaded those videos with hopes of getting around 300,000 views, the wild ride that happened since then still felt odd to him. Those massive concerts and the spotlight that came with them weren't his thing. He just wanted to be heard, and that he pleasantly achieved. Oliver's relatable and genuine approach to songwriting has endeared him to his listeners, making him a voice for those seeking positivity and change in a world filled with challenges. People from all walks of life resonated with the song's depiction of challenges and hardship. In the midst of his newfound fame, Oliver remains committed to sharing his genuine message, connecting with listeners on a personal level. His story of unexpected success and dedication to authenticity continues to inspire and resonate with people from all over.